Has a certain standard for herself where she came out of Bollywood and she's now fully transitioned into Hollywood. Full transition. No Indian woman or ethnic woman has ever done it, you know? I went to his birthday and there were people, they just came up to me and took pictures. They were like, Priyanka, Priyanka, and I'm like, okay, like I didn't even, so
And you mentioned Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka Chopra. What's
Priyanka
wrong with
Chopra.
me? Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah.
What's the and I'm sure you do have gotten this. You've gotten it from people on several occasions that you have the resemblance. What's it like? Do you ever go to like the movie house? Um,
I
and someone
actually
just
went
come to you and be like, sign my autograph, Priyanka?
I went to Ice, you know, Ice and Coco, right? Ice Coco.
Iced tea and cocoa.
Ice and Coco, right? I went to his birthday and there were people, they just came up to me and took pictures. They were like, Priyanka, Priyanka, and I'm like, okay, like I didn't even, that was like a while ago, I think 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And I was in the VIP with him and I remember people coming up and taking my pictures. I mean, I'm not gonna say, so you have to understand that there's like a lot of people who look alike, like, you know, people say Zooey Deschanel, Katy Perry look alike, but they're two different people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So in the same way, she has a certain standard for herself where she came out of Bollywood and she's now fully transitioned into Hollywood, you know. She's successful, she's amazing, she's out there, she does humanitarian work. And
Mm-hmm.
as you see, you know, we always see that she gets a lot of hate, especially from her own people, but people don't realize what she has done, the successful transition. No Indian woman or ethnic woman has ever done it, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I think I would say personally, I look up to her. And I do get it. But the thing is, I even have had people say like, oh, you're trying to copy her. I said like, listen, darling, I don't know how to change my face. I was born with this face. You know it. I'm scared of needles. I'm never going to have surgery. My nose is different. You know, I just want to say that this is ancestry, not surgery. You know, this is
Mm-hmm.
my face. I'm from the Fiji Islands. I've always want to, like she has a thing that she wanted the first Indian woman to do this from India.
Mm-hmm.
Most people confuse me and I said I have Indian heritage, but I'm not Indian. I am a full-blooded Fijian from the Fiji Islands. I'm a seventh generation. So, you know, it's like completely no relation to India. And I tell people, I want to be the first superstar star from my country. I want to be the first person to be in Hollywood, the first person to do things, because my goal is in the future, I want to go back. I want to build a studio in Fiji because there's like so many talented people in Fiji, and I don't want my country to just be known for Fiji water. You know, what's funny is a lot of people don't know where Fiji is, and they're drinking Fiji water, and they're like, "Oh, I thought Fiji is just a name," and I'm like, "No, it's an actual place." Some people do, but other people are ignorant. You know, it's America, so
Yeah.
so
It's interesting. You know,
yeah. So
Fiji Island.
yeah, it's between
Typ-
Australia and New Zealand. It's in
What's
the
like
Pacific.
the population density? What's the size of the population over there?
So the population actually keeps changing. Most people don't know, but we have a higher amount of Asians, as in mixture of Koreans, Asians, Asians as in South Asians, Chinese, big population, Indians, Fijians. So it's like a very multiracial country. Then we have like Germans, Australians. Fiji is basically like an easy vacation spot for people who live in New Zealand and Australia. They're always like bounce into Fiji like back and forth, you know.
Yeah. Is it
Fiji,
something? Is it closely related to Guyana? Because in Guyana, for example, there's like French Guyanese, Indian Guyanese, Asian Guyanese,
um,
but it's a
honestly,
supremely small country. It's like the population is like 100 to 200,000 people in Guyana.
so So the thing is, a lot of people also have told me that I look Guyanese. I get Arabian, I got a lot of
Yeah,
things.
you look
But
Guyanese.
yeah,
You look Guyanese.
yeah, I do get that. And then, so the thing is, back in during the indenture system, I think it was during 1940s to 1980s, they took indentured laborers, that means Indians, from India, upper states of Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Mumbai, Bombay, and a lot of people actually, when they knew that the British was that there was during the colonial system. So basically, what happens? There was an abolishment of slavery. So they came up with a new system where you sign a contract, which was basically a nice way of saying you're gonna be a slave, but we're gonna make it look like it was your choice. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
So they tricked. So they used trick. So they tricked these people into signing contracts, and a lot of people, they came from like different states of the country to go with them, because for a promise of a better life, better future. And Indian people always have had the mindset of growth, being high up, intelligent, smart, educated, better life, right? So they took Indians from different parts to Trinidad, Tobago, Mauritius, Guyana, and Fiji was one of them as well. Africa and Fiji, and that's the reason why you see a lot of a mixture of Indians. So what happens is people in like Trinidad and Guyana, because there were like black slaves and Indian as well. So there was a lot of interracial marriages and mixes. That's why you see there's a lot of women with like a darker toned skin, but they look very Indian. I'm sure you know that.
Mm-hmm.
In Fiji too, it's the same thing. We had a lot of like interracial and a lot of mixing. Like me personally, I'm a mixture of Malayali, which is South Indian, Punjabi, North Indian, and British. So what happens is there's like so much mixture that, which if it was in India would have never happened, because back then they had a caste system. So there was abolishment of a lot of good things came out of it. And I do feel like when there's a mixture, there's a lot more like good looking people and a lot more things happen. So I feel in that way, a lot of like greater things came out of it. And there was like dispersion. And I think, mixturing culture, if I look at it totally, I think if everybody does their ancestry at some point in time where none of us are like pure blood, okay, like I'm 100% African, or I'm 100% white, I'm 100%. I think we all have like that mixture going in. And I think with this breakdown, that's what actually happened. And a lot of people lost their language. I tried not to, but yeah, that's how it actually went down.